All right, let's dive into something pretty incredible today. We're talking traditional Chinese medicine, specifically the bladder meridian. Ever heard of it?
Oh, absolutely. It's a fascinating meridian, and you know it's the longest one with a whopping 67 points.
67. Wow, that's a lot. Why so many on just one meridian?
Well, it's not just about the bladder itself, though it plays a key role there. The sheer number of points shows its reach, impacting our head, senses, back, legs, even emotional well-being. It's pretty amazing.
So it's like the backbone in the system.
Exactly. Think of each point as an access point, a way to tap into that energy flow and restore balance wherever it's needed.
Okay, so where does this meridian actually begin? Walk us through it.
So picture this. It starts at the inner corner of the eye. Point BL1, bright eyes.
Bright eyes setting.
Right. From there, it goes up over the head, branches into two lines down the back, like two parallel streams. Then it goes down the back of the legs and ends at the tip of the little toe, BL67, reaching yin.
Bright eyes to reaching yin. Kind of poetic, right?
It is. And along the way, each point is a chance to influence Qi, addressing all sorts of imbalances.
Okay, so let's hit some highlights on this meridian highway. What are some key stops?
Okay, let's start with BL2, gathered bamboo. It's right at the eyebrow.
Gathered bamboo at the eyebrow. Interesting. Why there?
Well, think about it. It's great for headaches, especially those frontal ones we get from, screens and just being busy.
Makes sense. What's next?
Moving down, we have BL3 called receiving light. It's on the forehead, and it's known for helping with nasal congestion, headaches, especially from sinus issues.
Clearing those blockages, right?
Exactly. And then we come to BL4, sun and moon, which is just above the inner eyebrow.
Sun and moon. What a name. What does that one do?
It's known for benefiting the eyes, relieving eye strain, headaches, dizziness.
Interesting. Makes you think about how our senses and well-being connect.
Totally. Next up is BL5, heavenly pillar, near the hairline.
Heavenly pillar. It sounds like, well, a pillar of strength. What does it do?
You got it. Alleviates headaches, especially those from the back of the head or neck.
Huh. Like it's supporting your actual structure.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got bright eyes, gathered bamboo, receiving light, sun and moon, and heavenly pillars. Like a whole new language.
It is. And we're just getting started. Next, we have BL6, called window of the brain.
Window of the brain. Okay, now that sounds intriguing. What's that one about?
This one's often used for headaches, dizziness, even nasal congestion.
Interesting. It seems like a lot of these points address both physical and mental stuff.
That's the beauty of it. Okay, continuing on, we have BL7, the brain-dew meridian point.
The brain-dew meridian point. That sounds important. So is it connected to the dew meridian then?
It is. It's known for calming the spirit, easing headaches, and benefiting the senses.
So we're already seeing the meridians connect.
Exactly. And then there's BL8, Luo, connected to the brain.
Luo connected to the brain. Okay, what's a Luo point? I'm drawing a blank.
It's like a bridge connecting the bladder meridian to the dew meridian.
Ah, so even more interconnectedness. What does it do?
Well, it's known to help the head, alleviate headaches, and calm the mind.
Creating harmony between the two. I like it. What's next?
Moving along, we come to BL9, called Jade pillow.
Jade pillow. Sounds relaxing.
Right. It's known for its calming and relaxing effects. It's often used for headaches, stiff necks, even epilepsy.
Interesting. And then?
We reach BL10, and you might recognize this one, heavenly column, just like BL5.
Oh, yeah. But it's in a different spot, right?
You got it. BL5 is on the head, and BL10 is on the back of the neck.
Ah, so it's supporting a different part of the heavenly column.
Exactly. This one is known for alleviating neck pain, stiffness, headaches, even respiratory issues like asthma.
Wow. So many different things. What's next?
Moving down, we come to BL11, spiritual bone cavity.
Spiritual bone cavity. That sounds pretty deep.
It's a powerful point. It's known to calm the mind, alleviate anxiety, and promote clear thinking. It's often used for headaches, neck stiffness, and even respiratory issues.
It's interesting how these points address our mental and emotional states, too.
Exactly. Now, next up is BL12, Wind Gate. You'll find it on the upper back.
Wind Gate. Okay, what does that one do?
Well, it's known for releasing exterior pathogens.
Pathogens.
Yeah, like when you get sick, especially ones that enter through the back of the neck, like wind. It's often used for colds, flu, and other respiratory problems.
Interesting. And next?
BL13, we're at Lung Shu. Remember that one?
Yeah, lung shu, the one for the lungs, right? You mentioned those shu points earlier.
Exactly. Each shu point is linked to a specific organ.
And lung shu helps the lungs, right?
You got it. It regulates lung function, strengthens the immune system. It's helpful for asthma, coughs, and even skin conditions like eczema.
Really? Skin conditions, too.
Yep. Now, moving on to BL14, outer spine gate. It's on the upper back as well.
Outer spine gate makes you think of unlocking something.
It's known to alleviate back pain, especially in the upper back and shoulders. Also good for respiratory issues, asthma, coughs, and skin conditions.
Skin conditions again. Interesting.
It all comes back to balance. Are you ready for more?
Yeah, hit me. What's next?
Up next is BL15, heart shu. Another shu point.
This one's for the heart then, right?
You know it. It regulates heart function and calms the spirit.
Calms the spirit. Wow.
It's pretty incredible. It can help with anxiety, insomnia, palpitations, even heart pain.
Wow, this meridian really does seem to cover it all.
It does. We've only just begun to scratch the surface. Ready to keep going.
Lead the way. I'm ready for more. What's next on this meridian adventure?
Let's see. We're at BL16, Diaphragm Shu. This one's located on the upper back.
Diaphragm Shu. So this one's connected to the diaphragm, right?
Exactly. It regulates the diaphragm, which can help with breathing difficulties, chest congestion, even hiccups.
Wow, hiccups too. Who knew?
TCM can be full of surprises. Now let's move on to BL17, Stomach Shu.
Stomach Shu, another Shu point. So it's for the stomach, right?
You got it. This one's all about regulating digestion, harmonizing the stomach. It's often used for nausea, vomiting, indigestion, abdominal pain, you name it.
Sounds like it could be helpful for a lot of people.
It can be. Now, on to BL18, Liver Shu. It's on the upper back, too.
Right, liver Shu. So this one's is for the liver then, right?
You're getting the hang of this.
Yeah.
Liver Shu is known for harmonizing the liver, regulating emotions, even helping with eye problems.
It's amazing how traditional Chinese medicine connects things like that. Eye problems and the liver.
It's all connected. Okay, next is BL19, Gallbladder Shu, also on the upper back.
Gallbladder Shu. So this one's for the gallbladder.
Exactly. BL19 is known for promoting bile flow, alleviating digestive issues, and clearing heat from the body.
Clearing heat. What does that mean?
In TCM, heat can refer to inflammation or excessive energy, so this point helps cool things down, so to speak.
Interesting. Okay, what's next?
Up next is BL20, Spleen Shu. As you might guess, this one's for the spleen.
Spleen Shu. Okay, what does the spleen even do again?
The spleen plays a big role in digestion and fluid metabolism in TCM. This point strengthens the spleen, aids digestion, and regulates blood circulation.
Interesting. I'm learning so much. Okay, what else is there?
Let's see. Next we have BL21, Stomach Transporter, located slightly below BL20.
Stomach transporter, huh? So it helps with digestion.
Exactly. It strengthens the stomach, alleviates digestive disorders, and regulates the intestines.
Okay, that makes sense. What about the next point?
Let's see. BL22, this one is called Triple Heater Shu. It sits on the upper back.
Triple heater Shu. Whoa. Triple heater. What's that?
The triple heater is a TCM concept. It refers to the 3 energy centers of the body, the upper, middle, and lower burners.
Burners. That sounds intense.
Not literally burning, of course. Think of them as zones. The upper burner includes the heart and lungs, the middle is the stomach and spleen, and the lower is the liver, kidneys, and intestines.
Okay, I think I get it. So triple heater Shu harmonizes these burners.
You got it. It's a powerful point for balancing energy and fluids throughout the body.
Wow. Amazing. What's next on our bladder meridian journey?
Next up is BL23, Kidney Shu. It's on the lower back.
Kidney Shu.
Yeah.
The kidneys are so important.
They really are. In TCM, they're seen as the root of our vital energy, our Jing. They play a role in everything from growth and development to reproduction and aging.
So what does Kidney Shu do?
BL23 strengthens the kidneys, nourishes our Jing essence, and regulates the body's fluids.
Okay, so it's a pretty important point.
You could say that. Now, moving on, we have BL24, Vital Region. It's located on the lower back.
Vital region. That sounds serious. What makes it so vital?
This point strengthens the lower back, nourishes the kidneys, and regulates the reproductive organs.
Wow, so it's vital for many reasons.
That's one way to put it. Are you ready for the next one?
Absolutely. Keep coming. What's next?
Okay, we're at BL25, Intestine Shu, also on the lower back.
Intestine Shu. So another Shu point for the intestines, right?
Exactly. This one regulates the large intestine, helps with constipation, and clears heat from the body.
Okay, so it's good for digestion then.
It can be very helpful for digestive issues.
Yeah.
Now let's see. We have BL26, Gate of Origin, just below BL25.
Gate of origin. Okay, what does that mean in TCM?
It's a point that strengthens the lower back, regulates the reproductive organs, and nourishes our Jing essence.
Jing essence again.
Remember, that's our vital life force energy.
Right. Okay, what's next?
BL27, small intestine Shu, which, as you might have guessed, is connected to the small intestine.
Small intestine Shu, making sense. So it's like the intestine Shu, but for the small intestine.
You got it. It regulates the small intestine, helps alleviate digestive disorders, and clears heat from the body.
Okay, cool. What's next?
We have BL28, Bladder Shu, which makes sense, right? Since we're talking about the bladder meridian.
Bladder Shu. I was wondering when we'd get to a point specifically for the bladder.
Well, here it is. It's a powerful point for, you guessed it, regulating bladder function. It's also good for strengthening the lower back.
Okay, good to know. What else do we have?
We're at BL29, Sea of Qi.
Sea of Qi. Now that sounds powerful. What's so special about this point?
BL29 is known for nourishing our Qi energy, strengthening the lower back, and regulating the reproductive organs.
Qi energy, that's our vital life force energy, right?
That's right.
Okay, cool. What's next?
Let's see. Next we have BL30, called White Ring.
White ring. Okay, why is it called that?
That's a good question. In TCM, names often have symbolic meanings. This point is known for regulating the lower back, alleviating pain and discomfort in the sacral region, and it promotes grounding and stability.
Grounding and stability. I like it. What's next?
BL31, Upper Bone Hole. It's located near the tailbone.
Upper bone hole. Sounds a little intense.
Maybe a little. It's often used for lower back pain, sciatica, and even reproductive issues.
Wow. It's amazing how these points can address so many different things.
And that brings us to BL32, Lower Bone Hole.
Lower bone hole. So like a counterpart to the upper bone hole.
Exactly. BL32 is known for strengthening the lower back, alleviating pain and discomfort in the sacral region. It can also help with reproductive and urinary issues.
Wow, so many uses for one point.
The body is complex. Now, next up is BL33, Middle Void. It's located between the sacrum and the first coccygeal vertebra.
Middle void. Okay, this meridian has the most intriguing names. What does middle void do?
BL33 is known for regulating the lower back, alleviating pain and discomfort in the sacral region. It's also often used to address reproductive and urinary issues.
Wow, it seems like a lot of these points on the lower back help with similar things.
There can be some overlap, yes, but each point has its own unique properties. Okay, ready for the next
Which
one?
is next?
We're at BL34, Meeting of Yang.
Meeting of Yang. That sounds powerful.
It's a key point for strengthening the lower back, alleviating pain and discomfort in the sacral region, and addressing reproductive issues.
Okay, I'm noticing a trend here. A lot of lower back support.
The bladder meridian is closely related to the back. Shall we continue?
Absolutely. Tell me more. What's next?
Next, we have BL35, Joining the Yin. It's just below BL34.
Joining the Yin. It sounds like the opposite of meeting of Yang.
You could say that. It's all about balance, right?
Right. Yin and Yang. So what does it do?
It strengthens the lower back, regulates the reproductive organs, and addresses urinary issues.
Wow, it's amazing how many of these points help with multiple things.
That's the beauty of TCM. It takes a holistic approach. Okay, ready for BL36?
Hit me with it.
BL36 is bearing support. It's located just below BL35.
Bearing support. Sounds grounding.
Exactly. It strengthens the lower back, eases pain in the sacral region, and can help with reproductive issues. It's often used for lower back pain, sciatica, even hemorrhoids.
Okay, good to know. What's next?
Moving right along, we have BL37, Yin Gate. It's near the tailbone.
Yin Gate, another intriguing name. What's this one all about?
BL37 is known for regulating the lower back, alleviating pain and discomfort in the sacral region, and addressing reproductive and urinary issues.
It seems like we're moving down the body now.
We are. Ready for the next point.
Of course.
BL38, Floating Vertebra. It's on the buttock.
Floating vertebra. Huh, why is it called that?
That's a good question. It's known for alleviating pain and discomfort in the lower back, hips, and legs. It's often used for sciatica, hip pain, and even menstrual irregularities.
Interesting. So many different uses for these points. What's next?
Up next is BL39, Tail Socket. It's on the buttock just below BL38.
Tail socket. Okay. What's this one all about?
BL39 is known for its ability to alleviate pain and discomfort in the lower back, hips, and legs. It's often used for sciatica, hip pain, and even hemorrhoids.
Wow. It seems like a lot of these points on the lower back help with similar things.
There can be some overlap, yes, but each point has its own unique properties. Okay, ready for the next one?
You bet.
Highway. BL40, Weissong.
And where is that exactly?
It's right in the middle of the back of your knee.
Okay.
That little dip, it's called the popliteal fossa. You can probably feel it easily if you bend your knee slightly.
Oh, yeah, I can feel that.
Yeah,
It's kind of a tender spot, actually.
it is. It is. So tell me, what's so special about BL40?
Well, given its location, it's no surprise that it's traditionally used to address lower back pain and stiffness.
Okay.
And it's also thought to clear heat and cool the blood, which can be helpful for a variety of issues, like from skin conditions like eczema to headaches, even irritability. So it's not just about physical pain relief then. It's about addressing those underlying imbalances
Exactly.
that can manifest in so many different ways.
Precisely. And because the bladder meridian is, closely related to the bladder, BL40 is also used to treat bladder issues like urinary retention, difficulty urinating. Are you ready to move on to the next point on our journey?
Absolutely. Lead the way.
All right, our next stop takes us upwards along the spine to BL41, known as Fufen.
Okay.
You can locate it on your back, about 3 thumb widths outward from your spine, level with the lower border of the second thoracic vertebra.
Okay, I'm going to need a little help visualizing that.
Of course.
Can you give us a more user-friendly landmark?
Yeah. Think of it this way. Find the bump at the base of your neck. That's your 7th cervical vertebra.
Okay.
Now move down 2 bumps. That's the second thoracic vertebra. And BL41 is about 3 thumb widths out from your spine at that level.
Okay, that's much easier to visualize.
Okay, good.
So now that we found it, what's BL41 all about?
Releasing tension.
Okay.
Relaxing the chest muscles and alleviating pain in the upper back and shoulders. If you often find yourself hunched over a computer, stimulating this point could be super beneficial.
Oh, I know a lot of people who could benefit from that. Stress and tech neck are so common these days.
Right. As we continue up this line, 3 thumb widths from the spine, we encounter BL42, or Pohu, and BL43, known as Jueyin Shu. These points are a powerful way to address a range of issues related to the lungs, from the physical, like cough and asthma, to the emotional.
Wait, the emotional aspects of the lungs. Tell me more.
So in traditional Chinese medicine, each organ is associated with specific emotions. The lungs are often linked to grief, sadness, and the ability to let go. Yeah, so how do these points on the bladder meridian come into play? Well, BL42 is believed to help regulate these emotions, bringing a sense of calm and peace. Okay. It helps to restore balance and harmony in the respiratory system, both physically and emotionally.
That's fascinating. And what about BL43? What makes that point so special?
BL43 is traditionally known as a powerful point for boosting the immune system and combating fatigue. It's believed to samonify not just the lungs, but also the heart, kidneys, spleen, and stomach.
Wow, that's incredible. It sounds like a point that could benefit just about anyone.
Yeah.
Especially in our always-on, fast-paced world.
Right. It's like hitting the reset button when you're feeling run down or burnt out.
Yeah.
And speaking of calming the mind, our next stop takes us to BL44, which is like a haven for the mind.
Oh, tell me more. I'm always looking for ways to calm my busy mind.
Well, BL44, known as Shentang, is known for its calming and grounding effect on the nervous system.
Okay.
It can be incredibly helpful for anxiety, insomnia, restlessness, those kinds of things. Think of it like a pressure valve for stress.
I love that analogy, a pressure valve for stress. Where exactly is this point located?
You'll find it 3 thumb widths out from the spine, level with the 5th thoracic vertebra.
Got it. So we're continuing up that same line along the spine. This is fascinating. Are there any other points in this area that I should know about?
Absolutely. As we continue our journey up the back, we encounter 2 more points worth mentioning. BL45, known as Yixi, and BL46, known as Giguan. Both of these points are located 3 thumb widths from the spine, with BL45 level with the 6th thoracic vertebra and BL46 level with the 7th.
Okay, got it. And what do these points do?
Well, BL45 is all about clearing heat and descending lung qi.
Okay, I'm getting a little more explanation on that one. What does it mean to descend lung qi, and how does that benefit us?
Think of it this way. In traditional Chinese medicine, we want our lung qi to flow smoothly downwards, like a gentle waterfall, promoting clear breathing and a sense of calm. BL45 helps to make sure that energy is flowing in the right direction. It's also believed to be helpful for relieving pain and stiffness in the upper back and regulating overall qi flow in the chest, which can alleviate discomfort and promote a sense of well-being.
That's amazing. It sounds like a multitasker.
It is. And then we have BL46, which is particularly interesting because it's known to regulate the diaphragm.
The diaphragm, like the muscle we use for breathing. What's so special about that?
Well, in traditional Chinese medicine, the diaphragm isn't just important for respiration, it's also seen as a key player in the smooth flow of qi throughout the body. When the diaphragm is functioning optimally, it helps to regulate the movement of qi between the chest and abdomen, which is essential for overall health and vitality.
Wow, I never thought of the diaphragm that way.
Yep.
So how does BL46 come into play?
BL46 is traditionally used to address issues related to diaphragm dysfunction, such as hiccups, which are essentially spasms of the diaphragm. It's also believed to relieve epigastric pain and fullness, which can be signs of qi stagnation in the upper abdomen.
So if you feel like you can't quite take a deep breath or have that stuck feeling in your chest or upper abdomen, BL46 might be worth exploring.
Exactly. It's a powerful point for restoring balance and harmony in the upper digestive system and promoting the smooth flow of qi throughout the body.
It's amazing.
Trying to explore BL47, known as Hunmen. This point is located 3 thumb widths out from the spine, but this time at the level of the 9th thoracic vertebra.
Okay, a little off the beaten path, I see. What makes BL47 stand out?
BL47 is all about the liver, which in traditional Chinese medicine is often associated with anger, frustration, and stress.
Ah, the dreaded liver fire. So BL47 helps to put out those metaphorical flames.
You got it. It's believed to regulate the liver and smooth the flow of liver qi, which can be particularly helpful for those who tend to bottle up their emotions or experience stress-related digestive issues.
Stress eating anyone. I know I've been guilty of that myself. So it's not just about calming the liver, it's also about addressing those physical symptoms that can arise from emotional turmoil.
Exactly.
Right.
It highlights that mind-body connection we always talk about. BL47 can be great for finding that balance, emotional balance, and easing those pesky digestive issues that often come with stress.
Fascinating. Are there any other points along this meridian that branch out from the spine like that?
There are. As we continue our journey down, we encounter a few more points worth noting. BL48, known as Yanggang, sits 3 thumb widths from the spine at the level of the 10th thoracic vertebra.
Okay.
This point is closely associated with the gallbladder.
Okay.
It's known to regulate its function and clear what's known as damp heat.
Damp heat. That sounds kind of unpleasant. What exactly does that mean in traditional Chinese medicine?
Yeah, so damp heat is considered an imbalance that can manifest in a variety of ways, including digestive issues, inflammation, skin problems, even emotional irritability.
Okay.
It's often associated with a sluggish or stagnant feeling in the body.
Ah, okay. I can see how that would connect to the gallbladder and its role in digestion. So BL48 helps to clear out those blockages and get things moving again.
Precisely. It's traditionally used to address issues like jaundice, which can be a sign of gallbladder dysfunction, as well as biliary colic, which is a painful condition caused by gallstones.
Wow, that's pretty powerful stuff. Okay, what about the next point? What can you tell me about that one?
The next point is BL49, known as Yish,
Okay.
which resides 3 thumb widths from the spine at the level of the 11th thoracic vertebra. This point is all about the spleen.
Oh, the spleen. I feel like that's an organ we don't talk about enough. What's its role and how does BL49 come into play?
The spleen is a bit of an unsung hero in the body. It plays a crucial role in digestion, transforming food into energy and nutrients that fuel our cells. But in traditional Chinese medicine, the spleen is also associated with our mental and emotional well-being,
Really?
particularly our capacity for thinking, worrying, and concentrating.
Interesting. So when the spleen is out of balance, it's not just our digestion that suffers, but also our mental clarity.
Exactly. An imbalance in the spleen can lead to overthinking, worry, anxiety, and even insomnia.
Wow.
BL49 is believed to tonify the spleen and harmonize its energy, which can help to alleviate those mental and emotional symptoms.
So it's like a little acupressure button for a calmer mind and a happier gut?
You could say that. It's also traditionally used to address digestive issues like bloating, diarrhea, and indigestion, all of which can be signs of spleen disharmony.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Okay, what's next on our bladder meridian journey?
Let's move on to BL50, known as Meichong.
Wow.
As before, you'll find it 3 thumb widths from the spine, this time at the level of the 12th thoracic vertebra.
Okay.
This point, like its predecessor, is all about the spleen and stomach,
Oh,
those dynamic digestive duo.
right.
BL50 is known to harmonize the stomach and spleen, promoting digestive health and balance. It's particularly helpful for addressing nausea and vomiting, which can be signs of stomach qi rebelling upwards.
So it's like a pressure valve for an upset stomach, helping to calm things down and restore harmony.
Precisely. It's also believed to strengthen the spleen, which can be incredibly helpful for those who feel chronically fatigued or weak. Remember, the spleen is responsible for transforming food into energy, so when it's functioning optimally, our energy levels naturally increase.
Ah, that makes sense. So if you're feeling drained both physically and mentally, BL50 could be the key to rejuvenation.
Exactly. And speaking of rejuvenation, our next stop, BL51, is all about regulating the triple burner, which is a concept in traditional Chinese medicine that refers to the three main energy centers in the body: the upper burner, chest, middle burner, abdomen, and lower burner, pelvis.
The triple burner. That seems intriguing, but also a little complex. Can you break it down for us?
Of course. Imagine the triple burner as a three-part furnace that governs the transformation and transportation of energy throughout the body. The upper burner is responsible for breathing and circulation, the middle burner for digestion and absorption, and the lower burner for elimination and reproduction.
Wow, that's quite a system. So where does BL51 come in?
BL51, known as Huangmen, is located 3 thumb widths from the spine at the level of the first lumbar vertebra. That's the first vertebra in your lower back.
Okay.
It's like the master control panel for this entire energy furnace, helping to keep the triple burner functioning smoothly, which is essential for overall health and vitality.
Wow.
When the triple burner is out of balance, it can manifest in a variety of ways, from digestive issues and fatigue to hormonal imbalances and urinary problems.
That makes sense. So BL51 is like a multi-purpose tool addressing a whole range of issues by harmonizing the triple burner.
You got it. It's also believed to benefit the lower back and relieve pain in that area.
Okay, so it's great for both general well-being and targeted pain relief. That's impressive. What's our next stop on this meridian marathon?
Our journey continues to BL52, known as Zishi,
Okay.
located 3 thumb widths from the spine at the level of the second lumbar vertebra.
Okay.
Now, this point is particularly interesting because it's believed to strengthen willpower and determination.
Wait, really? There's a point for that? Tell me more.
It's true. In traditional Chinese medicine, the kidneys are associated with willpower, determination, and our ability to persevere through challenges. BL52 is believed to tunify the kidneys and bolster these qualities.
So if you're feeling a little lacking in the motivation department, a little stimulation of BL52 could be just the ticket.
It's definitely worth exploring. BL52 is also believed to benefit reproductive health, treating issues like impotence and infertility.
Fascinating. So it's not just about willpower in a general sense, but also about vitality and strength in a very specific area of the body.
Right.
What else can you tell me about this point?
Because of its association with the kidneys, BL52 is also believed to strengthen the lower back and alleviate lower back pain.
It's amazing how one point can have such a diverse range of effects. It really highlights the interconnectedness of the body.
It does.
Okay, I'm ready for our next stop. What's next on the agenda?
We're venturing a bit further down to BL53, known as Baohuang.
Right.
To locate this point, imagine a line connecting the top of your hip bones. BL53 is located about 3 thumb widths outward from your spine at that level.
Perfect. Much easier to visualize. So what makes BL53 special?
This point is all about strength and support, both physically and energetically. It's known to strengthen the lower back, legs, and even the bladder. If you're experiencing hip or gluteal pain, stimulating this point can offer relief. It is also believed to be helpful for regulating the bladder and treating urinary retention.
It's like a multi-purpose support system for the lower body.
I love it. Okay, let's keep moving. What's next on our bladder meridian journey?
Our next stop takes us to the sacrum, the shield-shaped bone at the base of your spine.
BL54, known as Zibian, is located on the buttock, in that little depression about 3 thumb widths lateral to the sacral coccygeal hiatus. That's the very bottom of your sacrum, right above your tailbone.
Got it. So BL54 is about 3 thumb widths out from that point on either side.
Exactly. Now, BL54 is a real powerhouse for addressing lower back and hip pain. It's a go-to point for sciatica, which is that shooting pain that radiates down the leg.
Oh, sciatica. That sounds incredibly painful. So BL54 is like a beacon of hope for those struggling with that condition.
It can be. It's also believed to regulate urination and alleviate urinary retention, as well as address constipation and lower abdominal pain.
Wow. So it's addressing both pain and digestive issues, all in one little point. This meridian is full of surprises. Okay, I'm ready for the next leg, or should I say the next point on this meridian journey. What's next?
Our next destination takes us back to the back of the leg. BL55, known as Heiyang, is conveniently located 2 kun, or about 2 thumb widths, below BL40.
Ah, okay, so we're backtracking a little bit to that tender spot behind the knee and then working our way down.
You got it. BL55 is a key point for strengthening the lower back and legs, addressing pain and stiffness in those areas. It's also believed to regulate the uterus and alleviate menstrual pain, making it a valuable point for women's health.
I'm seeing a pattern here. This meridian really does seem to address both male and female reproductive health, which is fascinating.
Absolutely.
Okay, what's next?
Let's move on to BL56, known as Chengguang, which is located about 5 thumb widths below BL40 on the back of the leg, right in the center of your calf muscle.
Okay.
This point is a powerhouse for relieving lower back pain, leg pain, and those pesky calf cramps that can strike at the most inconvenient times.
Sounds like a great point to target after a long run or a strenuous workout.
Absolutely. And here's a bonus. BL56 is also traditionally used to alleviate hemorrhoids.
Oh, wow. That's a common but often undiscussed issue. It's great that there's a point on this meridian that can offer relief for that.
Exactly. The bladder meridian really does offer a holistic approach to well-being, addressing a wide range of concerns.
I'm thoroughly convinced this meridian is like a secret weapon for health and vitality. Okay, let's keep going. What's next on our agenda?
Our journey continues to BL57, known as Shengshan, located on the back of the leg in that little depression that forms just below your calf muscle when you flex your foot.
Okay, I think I can find that one. What's special about BL57?
BL57 is a hero for anyone dealing with hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
It's one of the go-to points for this condition in traditional Chinese medicine. It's also known to alleviate pain in the lower back and legs, further highlighting the interconnectedness of this meridian.
Right.
And it's believed to regulate urination and address urinary disorders.
It's amazing how these points all work together to create a network of healing and support. Okay, I'm ready for the next point. Where are we headed?
We're moving on to BL58, known as Feiyang, which is located 7 kun, or about 7 thumb widths, directly above BL60 on the posterior border of the fibula.
Okay, I'm going to need a little anatomical guidance on this one.
Sure.
Where's the fibula again? And what's the posterior border?
Of course. The fibula is the thinner bone in your lower leg, running alongside the shin bone. The posterior border is simply the backside of that bone.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. So BL58 is basically on the outside of the lower leg, 7 thumb widths above the ankle.
You got it. We'll talk more about BL60 in just a moment.
Okay, you've got me on the edge of my seat. But first, is there anything else we need to know about BL58?
This point is a powerhouse for strengthening the lower back and alleviating pain in that area.
Okay.
Because of its location, it's particularly effective for addressing sciatica and pain that radiates down the leg.
Right.
BL58 is also traditionally used to harmonize the upper and lower parts of the body. This makes it a valuable point for addressing headaches as well.
Wait, what? Headaches? That seems a bit counterintuitive given that we're talking about a point on the lower leg.
It might seem that way, but remember, in traditional Chinese medicine, everything's connected.
Right.
The bladder meridian starts at the head and flows all the way down to the foot, so stimulating points along this pathway can have far-reaching effects.
That's incredible. I love how this meridian challenges our Western way of thinking about the body. Okay, I'm ready to hear about BL60 and its connection to sciatica.
You're in for a treat. BL60, known as Kunlun, is a star point in the world of acupuncture. You can find it in the depression between the outer ankle bone, the lateral malleolus, and the Achilles tendon.
Okay, I can visualize that. It's right behind that bony bump on the outside of the ankle.
Right.
So how does it measure up to its reputation?
BL60 is best known for its ability to relieve headaches and migraines.
Okay.
It's also a powerhouse for strengthening the lower back and addressing sciatica. And BL60 is also traditionally used to help induce labor in pregnant women.
Whoa. Labor induction.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So it's a point for pain relief, structural support, and childbirth. This point really does live up to its star status.
It certainly does, and it just goes to show how versatile and powerful the points along the bladder meridian can be. Now, let's continue our journey down the bladder meridian, moving on to BL61, known as Pukong. Okay. Located on the lateral side of the foot, 1.5 kun, or about 1.5 thumb widths below BL60, in a tender depression on the heel bone.
Okay.
BL61 is a key point for relieving pain in the heel and ankle, which makes sense given its location.
Right.
It's also believed to benefit the bladder channel and help treat back pain, further highlighting the interconnectedness of this meridian.
Right.
Because it's located on the foot, which is responsible for grounding us and connecting us to the earth, BL61 also plays a role in regulating the foot's energy and treating difficulties with standing or walking.
That makes sense. So it's about grounding, stability, and ensuring that energy can flow freely through the feet.
Yes.
Okay, let's keep moving. What's next on our bladder meridian exploration?
Our journey continues to BL62, known as Shenmai, located in the depression directly below the outer ankle bone, the lateral malleolus. You can find it easily by feeling for that bony prominence on the outside of your ankle.
Okay.
This point is especially helpful for those who struggle with insomnia. It's believed to calm the spirit and quiet the mind, promoting restful sleep.
Okay.
It's also associated with the eyes and is believed to alleviate redness, swelling, and other eye-related issues.
Oh.
And if you're prone to dizziness or vertigo, stimulating this point can help.
Wow, so it's calming the mind, soothing the eyes, A and D grounding the body. BL62 is a triple threat. Okay, what's next on our meridian map?
Our journey continues to BL63, known as Jingming, situated on the lateral side of the foot, just behind the bump of the fifth metatarsal bone.
Okay.
That's the bone that connects to your little toe.
Okay, I can picture that. So we're moving down towards the little toe now.
Right.
What's BL63 known for?
BL63 is famous for providing rapid pain relief, especially for back and leg pain. It's like a quick response team for acute discomfort. It's also traditionally used to clear heat and treat febrile diseases, basically any condition involving fever.
Okay.
Because of its connection to calming the nervous system, it's also believed to be helpful for epilepsy and convulsions.
Wow, that's incredible. It's amazing how these points can address such a wide range of issues. Are we close to the end of our journey yet?
Almost. Let's continue on to BL64, known as Jinggu, located on the lateral side of the foot, just anterior and inferior to the bump of the fifth metatarsal bone.
Okay.
Imagine drawing a line straight down from your little toe. This point is right in that groove before the bone starts to protrude.
Okay, I think I've got that. We're really getting into the nitty-gritty of foot anatomy here. So what's BL64's claim to fame?
BL64 is another great point for strengthening the back and alleviating pain, echoing what we've seen with other points along this meridian. It's also believed to have a clearing effect on the head, benefiting the eyes, ears, and even the nose.
No.
And speaking of connections, BL64 is also believed to calm the spirit, easing anxiety, palpitations, and that feeling of restlessness we often experience in our fast-paced world.
It's like a grounding point for both the physical and emotional body.
I love it.
Okay, what's next on our meridian adventure?
We're heading to BL65, known as Shugu, situated just a smidge posterior and inferior to BL64.
Okay.
You'll find it on the lateral side of the foot, nestled in the depression just below the head of the fifth metatarsal bone. That's the bone that connects to your little toe.
Got it. So we're basically hopping over that fifth metatarsal bone to the other side.
Okay.
What does BL65 do?
BL65 is known for its ability to clear heat and calm the spirit, making it a valuable point for addressing headaches, neck pain, agitation, restlessness, basically anything that makes you feel like you're running a little too hot, both physically and emotionally.
Okay.
And of course, it wouldn't be a true bladder meridian point without offering some benefit to the back, so it's also traditionally used to alleviate stiffness in that area.
Of course. It's like a bonus feature for every point on this meridian. All right, I'm ready for our next stop. What's next on the itinerary?
Our journey continues to BL66, known as Zutangu, located on the lateral side of the foot, nestled in the depression interior and inferior to the fifth metatarsophalangeal joint.
Okay, that one flew right over my head. Can you break that down for those of us who haven't memorized our foot bones?
Think of it this way. Wiggle your little toe. BL66 is located in that little groove just before your little toe joins your foot.
Ah, much better. So we're almost at the finish line of our meridian marathon. What does BL66 do?
BL66 is another versatile point, known for clearing heat, calming the spirit, and benefiting the bladder. It's traditionally used to treat dizziness, headaches, and urinary disorders.
It's like a triple threat for clearing blockages and promoting flow in the head, the mind, AD the bladder. I love it. Okay, bring us home. What's the final stop on our bladder meridian adventure?
Our final destination is none other than BL67, known as Yuzhen,
Okay.
and it's a real showstopper. You'll find it on the lateral side of the little toe, just a hair's breadth from the corner of the nail.
Okay, so we've reached the very tip of the little toe. It's amazing how this meridian covers so much ground, literally. So what makes BL67 so special?
BL67 is legendary for its ability to turn a breech baby and promote labor. It's a go-to point for midwives and acupuncturists who specialize in women's health.
Wow.
And in addition to its benefits for childbirth, BL67 is also traditionally used to clear the head, alleviate headaches, improve eyesight, and address urinary difficulties.
So it's like the grand finale of the bladder meridian, a point that addresses both the physical and energetic aspects of this powerful pathway.
You got it. It's a testament to the incredible wisdom of traditional Chinese medicine and the interconnectedness of our bodies.
Wow, that was quite a journey. We literally traveled from head to toe, exploring the intricate network of the bladder meridian.
And we've only just scratched the surface. There's so much more to learn about each of these 67 points and how they can be used to enhance our well-being.
I can only imagine. This deep dive has definitely given me a whole new appreciation for the power of traditional Chinese medicine and the interconnectedness of our bodies.
That's what's so fascinating about this ancient healing system. It reminds us that we're not just a collection of isolated parts. Everything is connected. And by understanding these connections, we can unlock incredible potential for healing and vitality.
I couldn't agree more. So